is to resign. Don't say, I need that money. That is because why? The day you stop, that boss can implicate and say you did something that you did not do. If you know that you do not have facts to, to say, oh, I will report you to the police, the best thing, the withdrawal that you are doing there is to resign. We've had cases of people being sexually abused in schools, and they will come home and say, Daddy, I want to change my school. So that is the withdrawal we are talking about. So some parents will not be sensitive. They just notice that this child is no longer happy. The school that the child has always, looked forward to, when are we going to resume? Suddenly you say it's school time and the child is, I'm going again. And you are not asking question. Why are you not happy going to this school? You should ask question. You might just be, you might just hear what you don't want to hear. It might be the teacher. It might be a classmate. It might be a senior. We've had cases of people who were boarders from GS1. And the way they will come back, second term, the parents will say, you are no longer going. Because they've been introduced to something. And the spirit, these children, we bring them to the presence of God. We think they are not hearing. We are sowing a seed, one way or the other. So by the time they want to derail, there will be a spirit correcting them. That, this does not sound like what I have been hearing. And that is what causes them to withdraw. Because their brain, they are still trying to find a balance between what they heard and what is happening to them. Praise the name of the Lord. So these are ways we can handle it. You can call a radio station, you can call a counselor line. That is not really happening in Nigeria. But if you go to advanced countries, every province, state have counselor. I just, did this thing just happened to me. What do I do? You even see them because they are called social workers. You see them even coming to your house, because they want to hear you. Praise the name of the Lord. But, I pray Nigeria will get there someday. in Jesus' name. Now, somebody wants to say something. Okay.
Okay. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
I heard this story yesterday, and the person involved actually asked me this morning that what do I think she should do. The father and the mother of this child, of the children, are no longer living together. I think the mother left them when they were very young. So I heard that brother has been abusing her since she was like 2.
Ooh,
and now
elder brother.
Yes, I heard that brother has been abusing her since she's like 2, and now she's like 9, thereabouts. Okay, about talking to someone, their mother is not there, but then my friend, like an aunt to them, usually used to visit them, and so the girl just said that, don't tell anybody, this is not to tell you, please just don't tell anybody, it's just that I'm scared, let me just tell you. And then she told the girl. Okay, they told the father. So now my question is, because this is what she's asking, the father said, I'm going to kill him. That's what parents usually do. That's the way they feel anytime they realize. But whoever's not killing his child, they are his children. Okay, the boy and the girl, they're living in the same house. Apart from the fact that they have to seek the medical help and all. But then what do you expect? What should the father do? Because they have to live in the same house. Their mother is nowhere. Like there's no mother in the picture. What should they do? Would the father allow the child continue to live in with the children? Would the father allow the son live with the daughter, or would they have to take her somewhere, or something? What can he do? What can he do?
Who can? Oh, you want to answer that? You have another question in line with that. Okay, maybe you should ask the question and we'll answer together. No, you want to answer?
If I can respond to this.
No, I want him to ask the question. You will now answer the two together. Sorry.
Praise the living Jesus. My question is that there was this girl I had a story. It was just like 3 years old. So there was a true brother in the neighborhood. So the brother was like the brother, he knows the brother, like he always plays with them anytime. So the brother was like the first brother. He was the one that called the girl in. So when he called the girl in, he was like dipping his hand into his vagina. Two brother. 3-year-old girl to 4. So he was like dipping his hand into his vagina. So when the opening of a small kids, as in according to the story I had, so when as in that girl was open, so he now went to go and call the second brother that he has opened the second one now come. The second one now come and dip his penis. It's really,
It's not.
really, no, it's real life. It's even close by.
Yeah, I know. We've
So the
had
person
cases of
now,
that.
those
So
brothers
what's the
now, they are
question
not
now?
jail. So I was like, that kind of girl, as in
How
the kind
does
of
she-
girl, what will he be feeling towards men? And as in, I don't know. So,
Okay, so you can answer.
Praise God.
I'm having goosebumps already. I'm feeling.
I think the society we are protecting all these predators.
We are.
All these people, the people that harass people, we are protecting them. Our society is really protecting them. I actually came because of the topic of the program. There are too many victims
Around.
in our society. Too many victims. Too many. Now, when it comes to sexual abuse within the family, whether a father to a daughter or a brother to a son. Now, let me ask us a question. If it happened that a brother was caught molesting a young girl in the church, what would you guys advise the pastor to do? Would you say pastors should just pray for that brother and should go home? Would you be okay if that brother is sent to the policeman? Would you be okay?
Yes, now. It's a criminal
Answer.
offense.
General answer. Would it be okay?
Yes. It is a criminal.
But you see that majority will say, don't take it to the police station.
How would the church look? Abi?
Now you could see this is how we protect this, and it kept on increasing until the society come to the point that we should expose these people.
Yes.
Until we
They
get
feel
to
the
that
shame.
level.
Yes.
Whoever is involved, whether your father, if my father does that, if I don't kill the father, God said before, if I don't kill the father,
Don't kill you.
no, I'm just saying it. I'm saying it. If it happened, or if praise God.
Hallelujah.
Now the point is, we need to expose this. But if you happen to be a victim, there are many agencies that you can report to.
Even Lagos State has an agency.
Lagos State
now.
has in Usaso. There are many agencies. Just go online, call them, report this case to them. I have a particular case about a young girl. She had been molested right from when she was 5 years old. She told her mom. Her uncle happened to be the one molesting her. Her uncle has also molested, her mother when they were growing up. Now, it was when she graduated, she told her friend that this is what has been happening to her, that in the school, why she always faced somehow. Now, she's still living with this uncle, and this uncle is still living with them. When she told her friend, and this her friend happened to be my own friend, I was so much angry that let's go and arrest this brother, because this case has not been settled. This man is still a predator. He could still be doing it for someone else.
Yes,
now, once you had this case is still going on, this guy has not been dealt with, what should we do? Should we just allow this brother to be living and just go through like that?
Praise the Lord. Mommy Etim wants to answer, because we have not answered this sister's question. The question is, what should the father do? There are siblings in the house. Their mom is not, what is best,
Praise the Lord.
Hallelujah.
During my youth service, I worked with UNICEF, and we were working on sexual abuses and sex and everything. In a case like that, it is reported to the police, then to an NGO that follow up on the children. There are cases where some of these children are separated, and there are agencies that take care of situations like that. Sometimes the guy will have to go for rehabilitation, because if he continues with the girl in the same house, the memory is always fresh and he will keep going back to it. Even if he now says, I'm not doing it again, the girl that you think is small has got derived joy from it one way or the other. There's always a drive to it. So there are agencies that are in charge of it. Another thing is awareness. Many of us are not aware of what is happening out there. We are just living within our vicinity. We should go out. You will see that there are a lot of agencies that are responsible for it. If you seek for it, you will find. I don't know about it in Shomolu here. And churches too. We also encourage churches to have section of a church that deals with counseling, abuses, not just marriage counseling, but sexual counseling, even right from childhood. There's a stage children get to in church, you start teaching them in the church. So in Abia State, we did a lot of work there too. So they have to be separated. There's nothing like two of them living together, whether it's one parent or no one parent, they will be separated. And the NGO will have all the means that they put in place to see that these children are rehabilitated,
has been abused from 3. The person is about 20 something now. By the time he gets to 12, 15, he has become used to it. He has become naturally used to it and all that. And I think a lot of things goes to enlightenment to a number of people. For example, on Sunday, I was about to go home and somebody came to me. I was like, a guy, this. In my mind, I was like, if I give you slap, if I slap you, and there was a time in my school that a teacher like that came and he would just come and touch me, say, Ayo, your mommy used to take care of you, and this, blah, blah. And at some point, there was a time he now called myself and my friend into the computer room. The computer room was quite far from the. You know what I did? I took fake and I put the fake in my pocket. I said, I will commit murder today. Just try nonsense with me. I was the one that caused that teacher to be chased out. But if I had no experience, if I didn't know what it seemed like, the way those people talk, the way they behave, the way they do some things, I wouldn't have suspected that guy. So I think a lot of people need to be enlightened. And I have made up my mind that if I have children, female children, I'm going to take them to self-defense schools till they are 8 or 10.
listen to announcement. We quickly